What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia checking in to B4Real Podcast. On this podcast, we get deeper into what's going on in society today, and we also just give our overall thoughts on behaviors of people um and what people's actions show us. So today we will be talking about Meg the Stallion and Torey Lanez. I wanted to wait to speak on this until more details came out and until I knew exactly what had happened, and a lot of stuff still hasn't came out, but thus far Tory Lanez is said to be the shooter. And if y'all don't know if y'all don't know what I'm talking about Meg the Stallion getting shot. And she got shot in the foot. I'm not sure of how many times, but in her statement that she released, she did say that there were bullets that had to be removed from her foot. Also, what came out was a video of the police stopping them and the arrest going down, and Tory Lanez laying in the street um while Meg the Stallion got out of the car and then her friend got out of the car. I wanted to speak on her getting shot, and it's very unfortunate that that had to happen. Prior to all of this drama going down, she did go live with Kylie Jenner, and Kylie Jenner and Tory Lanez were all partying together. Now, this is not the first time that we've seen Tory Lanez and Meg the Stallion together. And not together like a event, but we've seen them partying on several occasions during quarantine. And my thought on that was they had to be messing around. Even before any of this came out, it had to be something. You know what I'm saying? It had to be them, not even boyfriend and girlfriend, but you know how people in their 20s is. I don't know if he in his 20s, he might be in his 30s. But it might have been like they was messing around, and that's what I thought. Now, after this situation, after Meg getting shot and her unfollowing Tory Lanez and the police saying that he was the suspect, and then upping the charge from just a possession of a concealed weapon to a deadly assault with a weapon, um, I really feel like they were messing around. And things came out on different blogs that said that Tory Lanez shot Meg the Stallion because she wanted to leave. A few things have happened that I can say. And one thing that happened was people were clowning Tory Lanez because his arrest information came out, and it came out that he is 5'2" or 5'3", and he's about 120 pounds. Now, my thing is this: I don't see what's funny about that, but I do see that there is a short man's complex. I knew that he was short. You can just tell by his stature that he's short. And it's nothing wrong with a man being short. I feel like this short man's complex, it comes from within your own mind. You know what I'm saying? It comes from within a man's own mind, and probably how he grew up too. You know, you see a strong, tall man, you thinking he can protect you, he can do this, he can do that. The stereotype is not correct. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's all in the short man's mind that they are inferior and they have to really do too much to prove their point. And it just goes too far. I don't want to ever associate myself with anybody that is trying to play like that, or anybody that's dead serious about that. Like, especially if it's a concealed weapon. Like, come on, bruh. Like, seriously. And you're an artist with things to lose, and you're gonna hold a gun on another artist who has a lot to lose as well, including her own life. I'll tell you something about Tory Lanez though. A lot of people praised him for how he spoke to Shekinah, and immediately after I seen how he spoke to Shekinah about what she was mad about, I didn't like him. I didn't support any of his music anymore. I didn't give anything he had to say any type of respect or thought. Nothing. Because my thing is, if you have a problem with how a person in your own community is reacting to something, that's your problem. You don't have the right to go at any woman, especially a black woman, about how she feels about something. And how he talked to her was very disrespectful to me. And honestly, I praise her for how she handled it. I could tell within her spirit that it was annoying, and he had no right. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I was pissed about the looting too. It don't really have nothing to do with Gucci. You know what I'm saying? It don't even really have nothing to do with Gucci. It's a simple fact that people is out here looting at a time that is just ignorant, at a time that doesn't need it. This does not need to happen in this time. When people started to protest for George Floyd, okay, that's the time to protest. But COVID had already happened before George Floyd's murder. So if you wanted to go out and steal some shit from wherever, you should have did it then. Keep the energy where it needs to be. Okay, okay. So back to this Meg the Stallion and Tory Lanez situation. I don't care for him. And I can tell within how he spoke to Shekinah that he does not have a lot of respect for brown skinned women, for black women in general. He also, it was something that came out of him calling out directors about the whole colorism on set, and turns out he really wasn't even trying to help the brown skinned woman, or he wasn't even trying to shed no real extra light on her. He was just trying to make himself look good. Nothing to help the black woman. But how many black women were out there fighting for George Floyd? How many black women raised you? And a lot of people that have this complex about their height, and they're so disrespectful towards black women, they've been raised by black women, which is absolutely ridiculous. I say this all the time, especially with a black man that has so much hate for a black woman. I'm not the woman. I'm not that black woman that failed you. I'm not that black woman that broke your heart. I am not that black woman that ran all over you or took advantage of you. I'm not her. But all over across the damn nation, I'm really starting to see a lot of damaged men who have hate towards women of their own community. And it's not even, directed at the woman that it should be directed at. It's not even at the people that it should be directed at. You got such a problem with what? With what? Meg being associated with you helped you. Helped your ego. So are you saying thank you by shooting her? Tell me, were you trying to keep her hostage in some type of way? Like, what is that even about? Why shoot her in the foot, knowing that she's an actual entertainer? She don't just stand there. She uses her whole body to put on a show. And for you to really stand in between her recording songs and stand in between her actually putting on performances and doing music videos and just living her regular life, fuck you, Torey Lanez. See, I already knew he wasn't shit. Now that's a fact. I knew it. I knew it. And a lot of people want to be jaded about it because of this whole quarantine radio. Who cares? Okay? Instagram is free. If you choose to be on here entertaining people all day on Instagram Live, that's your choice. And nothing goes in your pocket for that. So, to some, it might be admirable. To me, it's very stupid. I hope that he loses everything. Let's be clear on that. Because obviously, he needs to be humbled as well. Wasn't he the one that said, if I gotta go to a club or I gotta go somewhere with my gun, it's not worth it? He's a walking contradiction. Time and time again, he's just contradicting himself. Oh, you want to be on Instagram Live and you want to just watch bitches twerk on their bed and stuff. All of that shit is free, so I don't respect it. That's not no real hustle. Seriously, honestly. And another point about this really is that it's very dangerous to live this hot girl lifestyle, you know? It's really dangerous to put yourself in these positions and you hanging out with this person and it's a it person and a it girl and a it boy and this and that, and it's not really what it's all cracked up to be. You know, you put yourself in very dangerous positions. A lot of times you are inebriated, you know. I feel like the message that Meg the Stallion is portraying, it has to change a little bit because realistic to a regular girl's lifestyle. You know, a regular girl can love to twerk. A regular girl can love to go out, but wearing these skimpy ass outfits, drinking all of this liquor can cloud your judgment. You know, you wearing the skimpy outfits can put you in a lot of dangerous situations, or it can make people's image of you be one way and you're not even that way, you know. So you really got to be careful. And as you can see, it puts a lot of women out of commission, whether that's getting shot, getting severely hurt in other types of ways, or anything. So I feel like the hot girl thing needs to be hung up. Focus on school if you're doing school, focus on your business if you're doing business, because this life is not guaranteed. Y'all can look up to Meg for a lot of things, but this hot girl shit, and it could be, you know, embracing the person that you are and just having fun. But all that liquor and boys and twerking and all that, listen, you gotta do that shit in moderation. Because just like this was a humbling experience for Meg, I don't want anybody else to have to go through this. Us as women can't keep putting ourselves in positions, and especially black women, who we are more susceptible to get arrested, to get killed, to get raped, or anything. So we really got to be careful and stay on our toes. So, with all that being said, it's your girl B Octavia with B4Real Podcast, and I will see you guys in my next one.